I think the stream's done, everybody. Here we go.
My only goal and desire has ever been to hold the Republican Party accountable for the promises it made.
Campfire starter invested $100.
Jesus, what a month we're having already. We're 7 days into the month and we're having the best month we have had in over a year already. Campfire starter, happy birthday, son. Thank you so much, Campfire starter. You Jesus. Thank you, guys. Ballyho. I don't even know what to say. Thank you very much. Thank you so much for spending time inside the dome. You have literally billions of places to be for entertainment, for content, for news, for whatever the hell it is that we do here. Thank you for spending it inside the dome with Mr. Rotella. Let's go.
Thanks to the American people
and
put America first. With that has brought years of non-stop, never-ending personal attacks, death threats, lawfare, ridiculous slander and lies about me that most people
Campfire Ron, thank you again. That's a lot of money. A lot of money.
I'll be resigning from office with my last day being January 5th, 2026. And I look forward to seeing many of you again sometime in the future.
That was Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene announcing her decision to step down from Congress as of yesterday.
Can we hear everything
back
okay?
at the table with us today to tell us where she goes from here.
I think
MTG
is going to be on The View. I think she's going to be a permanent host. Ladies. Hi, ladies.
So, lot going on, huh?
A lot going on. Listening to that, it teared me up.
Look at the sparkles.
Listening to that, I've been so blessed serving the district that I served. And
why didn't you just stay there?
Well, I think when it comes down to the president that I helped get elected, the party that I donated to and represented, and
let's 1 second, Dome. I see some good things. I see some bad things in the chat for Miss Marjorie Taylor Greene. Let's do an official poll. Look at this. Boom. 1 inside the chat if we like MTG. Still 2 inside the chat if we don't like MTG. We will be able to tally your answers at the top of the chat.
Having the president turn on me and calling me a traitor for standing with women who were raped as teenagers, and then having no one in the party stand up for me, that was a high bar. But really, when it came down to death threats, which I had become used to, but when they came in on my son because of the president's words,
not the best way to go out either. I do agree with that, Campfire.
So I get it, and I believe in term limits.
Yeah. Good for you. Well, he has called you every name in the book.
Along with all of you.
Very nice, MTG. Very nice. Very nice.
I think he's called us too.
Yeah. Well, let me see. He called you a traitor, as you just mentioned. He called you dumb. I don't think you're dumb. He called you a lunatic. Maybe.
That's fine. See, we can laugh at ourselves.
She says the same thing about me.
Dish ladies.
You said he has unleashed a hotbed of threats, like you just said. He's attacking people like you since day one, this guy.
So exactly what I thought it was going to be. The dome very divided when it comes to MTG. I agree. But I think that's why the dome gets along so well, is that we can come in here and chill out and actually chat and not hate each other inside the chat.
It didn't seem to bug you until now. Okay, we have to go over this for a second, because people, I speak to people all the time and they say, do you really think she's legit? What is she trying to do? All that stuff. So
welcome in, Lala Ballyho.
That you spoke up sooner. Like when he was calling political opponents enemies, scum, vermin, and women horse faces. Do you wish that you had stepped in
Only
at
Jasmine
that point and
Crockett.
said, listen, don't talk about women like that. Don't talk about, you don't speak about to people as vermin. What's wrong with you?
Nothing wrong about that.
The nature of politics is something that grew and grew to really bother me deeply. And it's also the language that we see across both sides of the aisle.
I know somewhat, but don't go to.
I've been called nasty names by Democrats too. And it goes back and forth. And I've said I'm taking.
We are
my
having some
part.
beers tonight. It's my
I'm only in
birthday.
control of me. So I'm taking control and taking my part and saying, I don't want to be a part of that anymore. I want to focus on politics and policies and actions instead of
What do you think she
focusing
does
on
next?
individuals, because our country is so divided. It really is.
I know.
And I do reject it, and I have apologized for it.
You have.
And I think
So
that's.
you've apologized to people like AOC and Jasmine Crockett and your colleague
I
who,
made it-
who you
I
made
made
fun
it.
of her
Blanket.
her transgender child. Have you made specific apologies to those people, especially your colleague who had a transgender child, because you have a child as well, and who you taunted?
Well, Sunny, just to be clear,
Settle
I
down,
made a
crowd.
blanket apology on my part, but I haven't received apologies back from so many people that attacked me. So again, I'm the only one taking accountability and taking a big step in that direction. Really, the responsibility belongs on everyone to do
Well,
that.
you stunned a lot of people when you decided to step down from Congress after your very public split with President Trump.
She stunned us. Freaking David's here, came inside the chat, and he's like, MTG steps down. And I'm like, put it in the chat, David. I don't believe you.
What was the straw that broke the camel's back, and have you made complete peace with your decision?
Well, again, I signed the term limits bill every single Congress, and I believe in that. I never went to Washington to stay there for a big, long political career. And I ran for Congress actually opposing not only the Democrats, but really going against the Republican Party a lot of the time and trying to hold Republicans accountable. The straw that broke the camel's
Ron
back
Cargo
for me
says this is like
was
watching my
the
house burn
president
down.
calling
Which one,
me
Ron?
a traitor for
Which house?
standing with women who were raped when they were teenagers. One of MAGA's big campaign pledges was to release the Epstein files, and then having to say, am I going to have to be the next Charlie Kirk? Is my son going to get murdered because I'm trying to continue to do this job? I think that's a bar that's too high for anyone. And it's real. Political violence is real, and it's so sad. And the politics is so extreme and divisive. And I just don't want to be a part of that anymore.
Let me ask you this, because many are applauding you as a new
Really? Really? Because you were great at it. That's kind of why we liked you.
and a different and evolved Marjorie Taylor Greene. But some wonder, like myself, if your transformation is really about self-preservation, right? People are suspicious that you're distancing yourself from Trump to save your own political brand, because perhaps you have aspirations to be a senator or a governor. And perhaps you've done it for the inevitable midterm losses that are going to happen in the Republican Party that you yourself have said.
I said the same thing.
Exactly. So how do you respond to skeptics that you are very much so the same sort of toxic politician that you were?
Well, we hope
Sunny,
so.
I've been asked by every single person that's interviewed me, what are you running for? And I've said over and over again to exhaustion, I'm not running for Senate. I'm not running for governor. I'm not running for president. So first of all, that narrative is just wrong about me.
So we won't see those campaigns.
No, I keep trying to tell everyone, but I think
She's going for your
Washington,
job,
DC,
Sonny.
and maybe the media overall is just used to people in politics that consistently try to climb the ladder. I'm not trying to climb the ladder. What matters to me most is being America first. What matters to me is using my voice to pull Americans on the right and the left together to focus on our collective problems, and that's affordability for life, for your groceries, affordable housing for our kids who look to the future and go, will I ever be able to afford to buy a home? Am I ever going to have a good paying job? Will I ever be able to get married and maybe have one of the parents stay home and raise the kids? They don't see that. And
So maybe
that's
now
the
you should
future
become a Democrat.
Democrats don't want any of that to happen at all. You want to cut the dicks and tits off of our kids?
Democrats fight for those things.
Well,
The
actually,
Republicans
Joy,
do not.
I'll push back on that. It's Democrats and Republicans together that have put us in nearly $40 trillion in debt. I don't support a border invasion.
Wait a
That
second.
caused fentanyl deaths
It's
in
my
my
under-
district.
it's my
280%. 280%
an independent?
skyrocketed. People like Lake and Riley were murdered because our border was invaded. I don't support those policies.
So will you remain a Republican?
I haven't said if I'm leaving the Republican Party, but my focus
You can make a statement here.
My focus is America
Whoa.
first. And my focus is earn my vote.
Marjorie,
Earn my vote.
Marjorie,
and I think that should
tell
be
me
the
if I'm
American
wrong
people
about
too.
this, because I'm just a person who watches the news. I'm not a pundit. I'm not anything.
Yeah.
But
You're many things, Joy.
But, you know, every time a Democratic president leaves office, we're in a surplus. And then when a Republican leaves, we're in...
MFT says she's going to start a podcast. Oh, great. Another podcaster. Just what we need.
We're in a
Hasn't been
deficit.
true since Bill Clinton was
That is absolutely false.
It's not...
Joe Biden left office and we were $33 trillion in debt.
what is
Put a
it
one
now?
inside the chat if you have a podcast.
The Democrat-controlled Congress under Nancy Pelosi spent trillions and trillions of dollars. Now it's gone up even more. I've said both parties. I'm the one saying both parties. You're the one defending the Democrat Party.
I am. Right
both
now, yes.
parties are at fault. And the numbers are there. The facts
One's
are
worse
there.
than the other. Let's
Well,
put
that's
it that
why
way.
I'm an independent. Would you ever consider not? Because I do believe every politician should have to earn a vote and not have an already jersey-wearing person come into a booth.
I agree with you.
Thank you.
Yes.
We'll just stop there then.
Yeah, fully agree with you.
Hey, what's up, Billy Dumber? Shaka
if we
Shaka
only
Doug
could,
needs
but
a
there's more.
podcast.
We have more. Listen, we'll be right back with more with Marjorie Taylor Greene.
I don't know what she does next. I hope it's not a podcast. I mean, Matt Gaetz started a freaking podcast, pretty much.
Welcome back. We're back with the newly engaged Marjorie Taylor Greene. I just had to say that.
What's up,
Alyssa
ex-Canadian
has the next
socialist?
Congratulations, I was distracted by the diamond. I need to ask about Venezuela, though. When you were last
Dude, appeal to heaven. I think that she's actually trying to make a play for The View, and I think The View would be a great place for Marjorie Taylor Greene. I do.
here, you were very supportive of the drug.
I mean, if the View is going to continue to be on air, Marjorie Taylor Greene would be great for it.
Elections in the Caribbean, I am as well. But you've been very critical of Trump's attack on Venezuela, calling it a betrayal of MAGA. What are you hearing from America First voters and constituents that you talk to about what's happening in Venezuela?
It's been striking to me to see the confusion, people trying to figure out where they're supposed to land.
What's up, Billy
and
Dumber Wally?
Supposed is a key word there, supposed to land on that issue. Here's what I have to say. I served on Homeland for 3 years.
Where do you think it's going,
drugs
Brad?
Killing Americans is a serious issue. Fentanyl overdose deaths in my district skyrocketed by 280%. But fentanyl
What's up, Rob
was coming
Ballyhope?
across the
Welcome in.
Mexico border, and that comes from Chinese chemical precursors. It wasn't Venezuela that we were ever talking about. So I pushed back on the reason given is that we're taking down Maduro because he's killing Americans with drugs. Venezuela is not even in the top 10 when it comes to drugs being imported in the U.S. So you can't, hold Maduro accountable.
I said this yesterday. I wish that we were just being honest. If we're expanding the American empire and taking what we want, hey, I can be pretty persuaded pretty easily to get on that boat. But at least tell us what we're actually doing.
Accountable and not hold Mexican cartels accountable, who are number one. So that doesn't work for me. Number two, we campaigned and I went to countless Trump rallies and stood on the stage with the president and stood on the stage with other Republican candidates.
We saw you
and
everywhere.
Said, America first, no more regime change, no more foreign wars, no more foreign intervention, enough of this. That's what America first means. And militarily invading a country, killing people in the process, arresting their leader and taking him out, and then claiming this is for the Venezuelan people and saying all the charges are about drugs, but then turning around and literally every single statement is about Venezuelan oil and how it belongs to America, which I don't quite understand that.
I'm fine with that.
I believe it belongs to Venezuela. It's not working. And that entire narrative is not working for most people who are saying, wait a minute, I thought MAGA was America first. I thought we voted to put the American people first. And that's where I stand. And I think it's even a deeper issue is if it's okay to go into Venezuela.
If we are taking the oil to make America better, sure, let's go. Let's take the oil from everywhere.
Venezuela and arrest Maduro, then why are we telling China you can't go and take Taiwan? Why are we telling Russia you can't go take Ukraine? Who are we to tell
I was ready to bomb
country
Canada 8 months ago.
That's my question. Why, you know, Why are we allowing this? Has America forgotten who she is? I mean, we have all these branches of government, and no one's paying any attention to it. I would love to get your impression. And one of the things that I appreciated you saying, because it saved us from having to say it, is nobody seems to have any,
balls.
Yeah.
You know? So what do you see? What is happening?
Why is Congress not doing anything?
Yeah.
Well, Congress isn't really doing much of anything.
Yeah.
And that's the unfortunate truth. That has been one of my major complaints as a member of Congress this past year, is why is the House being sidelined? And that was a big complaint I had with Speaker Johnson. Why are you sidelining our legislation? Why are we sidelined? Why did we sit home for 8 weeks as the Senate was fighting over a government shutdown? Why was the House not working? And why is it that we are literally on record for having the lowest amount of legislation passed in, I don't know, decades?
Yeah.
It's embarrassing. But that is the
Well,
question. Why is Congress not doing anything?
Party's in charge of all of that.
Yeah.
Well, no, it's true. And that's why I'm critical. I've been critical.
Another thing you've been very
But no-
critical
Yeah,
of.
many
we're
others
not.
are.
We're not like these people think like we're not critical of the administration. There's no one more critical of the administration than the base and the diehard of MAGA, which is quickly becoming not MAGA but America First.
I have been as well here, been very vocal about wanting the Epstein files released and getting justice
Yeah.
for the survivors.
So do all of
After
us.
You publicly promised to read the names of the alleged abusers on behalf of the survivors. You
Read
said
'em
Trump
now.
called you and furiously said, quote, "My friends will get hurt." What do you think he meant by that? And how do you know, or do you know what he was talking about?
Yeah, what was he talking about?
I don't know.
Oh my
but
God,
that statement
Sonny.
bothered me deeply. I don't know who
Arya the
friends
cat,
are,
everybody.
And I can't understand why anyone would protect their friends or protect any people that were guilty of abusing, trafficking, raping.
We want
these
all the
girls.
pictures.
There's
We
like
want all the
1,200 of them.
files. That hasn't
1,200.
changed for the last
1,200
15
women.
years.
They're not women. They're kids.
Name people on the floor. Did
What's
he
up,
demand
Habs
that you
Elite
not do
Domer?
that?
No. So first, to be clear, the women have not given any of us the list of names.
Okay.
But we offered
Why
them
don't they
that.
release
we
it
said,
themselves?
Thomas
Why don't they-
Massey, myself, and Rokana and
this
others
stuff
said,
is so,
we will name the list of names on the House floor as a privilege that we have to be able to, we are protected. Our speech is protected.
God, what
on
a
the
great
House
stream
floor.
that
Is
would
that
be,
why
huh?
you think the president called you?
No, he was angry at me because I signed the discharge petition and refused to take my name
Want some
off the
beer, Arya?
discharge petition.
Good
Did he
for you.
ask that you take your name
Thank
off
you.
the discharge petition?
Oh, yes. We were being demanded to take our name off the discharge petition.
Good.
By the
And
president of the United States.
yes, and so and the White House.
Well,
And it was
Exactly, Ron.
completely wrong. And that is what led to him calling me a traitor.
Yeah. But you know what
After
I
I
have to
voted
say?
with him for 98% of my
98%,
votes.
yeah.
That's
But, you know,
unbelievable.
This is it. What is not unbelievable in my mind is this is a man who does not have a very good reputation with women. So I'm not surprised that he was trying to push.
I agree with you there. Not only does he not have a good reputation with women, I would argue the Republican Party has a woman problem as well.
Yes.
And you can ask,
What the fuck are you talking about? Oh, Jesus, let's get a beer. I open doors. I pull out chairs for women. I pay. I'm courteous. I have manners. We have a woman problem. You're not going to find someone that treats women better than a fucking Republican man. Oh my God. You lost me, MTG. You're See, this MTG completely losing me, and it's killing her brand. Because who voted for you? Who voted for you, MTG? Republican men and Republican women. Fucking shit.
us, we Republican women that have served in the House, we have been vocal about that.
Yeah.
There's quite a few others.
Yeah. You know what? We're coming back with more with Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Stream cheers to the cause. It's my birthday. Let's have some beers. Or some soda pop, whatever you guys want to do for your side of things.
Welcome back. We're back with Marjorie Taylor Greene. Sonny has the next question.
Thank you, Whoopi. Former Congresswoman. Yesterday was the 5th anniversary of January 6th, and Jack
January
Smith, the
6th.
January 6th special counsel, testified in a 255-page transcript that we have posted on our website that Trump was the most culpable and most responsible person in the conspiracy, and that the
Brad says, I got beer delivered today. Wow, Brad. Is that the first time you DoorDash beer?
attack on the Capitol would not have
Congratulations,
happened
Brad.
without him. Now, in the past, you defended Trump against those accusations.
Come on, Aria.
You blamed Antifa for storming the Capitol. You supported the January 6th rioters. And you said this, quote,
Excuse me, January 6th Patriots. I thought we went through this yesterday.
there was mass voter fraud on a scale that should terrify every American, regardless of political party. That has found not to be true by over 60 cases. So now that you are the new Marjorie Taylor Greene, do you still believe that those things that you said in the past?
Well, first of all, I'm the same Marjorie Taylor Greene, and I can tell you with authority because I was actually there that day. And serving in Congress, I've viewed all of the security tapes within the Capitol. Also, I can tell you because I was in White House meetings.
Oh, thanks, Rob. I
spoke with
appreciate
the president leading up to then. I know that he
It is my
requested
birthday.
10,000 National Guard troops to be there on January 6th. Nancy
January
Pelosi denied
6th.
that. Also, Sergeant Sund, head of the Capitol Police, has testified that he asked for backup and was not even responded to for hours and hours and hours.
Do you still support the January 6th rioters?
I support
They're
the
patriots.
people that, so first off, over 95% of BLM and Antifa rioters, their charges
Thanks,
were dropped.
David's here,
They were
Valley
never
Hill Men.
Do you
prosecuted.
believe that Antifa
I'm against
and
it.
not the
I'm
January
against,
6th
I'm
rioters
against a
were...
two-tier justice system. January 6ers, almost 100% were prosecuted and were sent to prison.
And do you think that
And
was...
I'm also against solitary confinement, which your mayor of this city just signed an executive order against. And so,
So you
January.
still think it was Antifa and BLM that attacked the Capitol?
I believe that like when it was happening because
But you don't believe that now?
No, because I had never seen Trump supporters be violent before, and we went through a year. We went through a year.
don't buy it.
In 2020.
Belly Ho Belt Loops Matter. Welcome in, Elite Domer. Nice to see you. Belt Loops Matter, one of our trucker domers on the road. Belly Ho Belt Loops.
We went through a year of watching Antifa and riots all over the country.
So you don't believe that
caused
now?
$2 billion in damage. No, absolutely not.
Okay.
Those were my statements while it was happening.
Okay.
I'm inside the Capitol. What is happening?
Do you,
Is Antifa
do you
breaking
believe
in?
that Trump was responsible for the insurrection on the Capitol?
No, he did not plan it. He did not order it. And I
He
can tell
encouraged
you
it.
that.
He encouraged
You
it.
don't think he incited
He
an
did not
insurrection?
People
encourage
go
anything.
peacefully and make your voices heard. He's on record on
Oh
video
my God,
saying
this
these
crowd is such fucking. Oh my God, why do we even?
Okay.
There's
I'm
so
telling
many
you the
morons
facts,
out in the
Complimenting
world.
them. So that encouraged them. Come on.
I don't agree with political violence. So I spoke out against Antifa destroying property and hurting people, BLM rioters
And the
destroying
January
property,
6th rioters.
and January 6th rioters. I am on record over and over saying that was wrong. However, what I'm against is a two-tiered political system that prosecutes one political protester to the hilt and then lets off other political
was no fraud in
protesters.
the
I do want to
2020
get in
election.
on another growing rift within the America First movement that really came to a head over the holidays. Ben Shapiro spoke out against many who have been platforming and amplifying Nick Fuentes, who we've asked you about before, somebody who...
You know what? I'm a fan of Nick Fuentes. I like Nick Fuentes. I think he's hilarious. In the last 2 months, I've been watching his stream. I'm a fan. We are going hard. This stream is going hard into America First for the midterms and for the next election. I don't give a shit what these people say. If so many people are telling you not to watch someone and not to pay attention to someone and not to platform someone, don't you think you might want to listen to that person at least for one stream?
has praised Hitler, downplayed the Holocaust, used racist tropes against Second Lady Usha Vance, said black people should, for the most part, be in prison and women want to be raped. Now, we all agree he has a First Amendment right to say those things. We all do. But I want to know, do you believe he has a place in the America First movement?
Well, number one, I protect free speech, even speech that I disagree with, and I disagree with those things. So that's easy for me to say. But I think free speech is important, and I'm completely against censorship. So Nick Fuentes is simply an American,
Exactly,
no different
woke.
than any other American.
But should he be invited into the Republican platform? Because people like Tucker Carlson are mainstreaming.
Listen, lady, no one needs to be invited to anything anymore. There are no gatekeepers. That's the power of the internet. That's why you guys can see me in your eyeballs right now. No one needs to be invited to anything. No one's looking to be invited to anything. If you can create a brand for yourself and you can become successful, there should be no censorship for what you say. And if people don't like it, then just don't watch.
They're interviewing them without pushing
What's
back
up,
on
Slugger?
some of these
Welcome in,
issues.
Ballyho.
I think the narrative of him being promoted within the Republican Party is simply a narrative I only see in the media. I think anyone interviewing another person, I don't see a problem with that because then it allows other Americans to hear their voice and make their own decisions.
Nick Fuentes?
I don't know Nick Fuentes.
Do you think Republican
spoke at-
politicians
We just saw her speak at the AF, whatever the hell it's called.
should try to get his support?
I spoke at an event of his because it was all young people, and I said, I want to talk to these young people. I don't have his phone number. He doesn't have mine. I never talk to him. I never watch his podcast. I don't follow him on
But do you
social
think
media.
Republican politicians should try to get his support and the support of his so-called Groyper
You
movement?
have 10 seconds.
I think Republicans need to focus on domestic issues and helping the American people and shouldn't worry about one
I'm all
particular
about America first.
voice. I think they need to center directly on what is helping that young generation, but I don't think they need his approval.
No, and they really
But you
don't.
need his
But
voters.
You should also remind people that it's very important to understand that people like that who
What's
hint
up, Ronnie?
to other people,
Ely Domer,
they are
welcome
never
in.
going to take responsibility for what goes on. They're never going to go to jail. People will hint and say and suggest you do things and then walk away, leaving you holding
Do
the
what
bag. So you
things?
have to be.
What are you
have
talking
to
about?
Use your brain to figure out whether what you're hearing is what you need to hear right now. And we'll be back with more with Marjorie Taylor Greene.
This year is going to be crazy for politics. And I'm here for it. I can't wait.
We're back with Marjorie Taylor Greene. Joy has the question.
Yes, so now, Marjorie, you're part of the great unemployed.
We're almost done with this, by the way,
And,
folks. Don't worry.
So I'm wondering if you're
3
next,
minutes.
Besides, I already asked you about being in my play. She can do great in My First Ex-Husband.
Yes.
So
Oh, my
she's
God.
never acted, but I said you act in Congress. Who's a better actor than a politician?
That's
Anyway,
fair.
so what are you
Marjorie
thinking?
Taylor Greene on
what do you think
Broadway.
you're doing?
Well, I don't have any plans, which is one of the nicest things that I've had in a very long time. I have 3 adult children who I plan seeing
Can
a
they
lot more
support
of.
you?
Her
Oh,
daughter
yeah, of
is,
course.
I mean,
No,
financially-
be a
just kidding.
gentleman,
No,
Miss
no, they
Rotella. Be a
can't.
Republican
Those are
gentleman.
the problems we have in America.
Yeah.
I look forward to seeing my mom a lot more and my aunt and, of course, friends I haven't
Yeah.
been able to catch up with.
And the soon-to-be hubs.
I just have to
Oh,
ask
yes,
you one quick
planning a
question.
wedding.
You're leaving Congress about
What's up,
$22
Machine
million
Ballyho?
richer. And
That's not true.
and that's my question because
Machine says, oh, wow, nice $100 donations. It's my birthday tonight, Machine. And thank you again, Campfire Starter, Ron Cargo, and everybody that threw in a dome investment at the top of the stream. Ballyho, thank you so much. We are having a freaking phenomenal month already because of you guys. Thank you.
some are questioning how you would make
We are
so much
trending
money
very
while
well.
taking in $174,000 a year on your salary.
I don't know how I could do that because that's not true.
Okay.
So I've owned a family construction business since 2002.
Okay.
That's
Thanks,
where
Machine.
my wealth comes
So
from.
it's family money.
Okay.
Thank you, Comic
it's
Crusher.
money
Welcome
I've
in,
earned.
Ely Domer.
So
Actually,
you don't
it's
need
money I've
another
earned.
gig.
No,
good.
I still own our family construction business. It's the business I love. It's the business that put a roof over my head.
one more
Our
thing.
employees are like family to me.
One more thing. If he begs you to come back, will you go back?
Who? My ex-husband? No,
Trump?
just kidding.
That was a good one.
That was a good one.
Absolutely not. The way he treated me, no.
Because you know he loves when you're on your knees begging him to come back.
He'll never have
And
me begging.
you support banning stock trading in Congress, correct?
Yes, I signed the discharge petition.
Right.
That's a bill that needs to come out, but I would add to that bill, they need to add the executive branch because that's where the real insider trading happens.
Yeah.
That's where the government contracts are.
That's and it's nuts. But you know what? You have the say. The American people have the say. You can make the change that you want to see. Our thanks to Marjorie Taylor Greene, We'll be right back.
Thank you.
Okay, are we okay? Is the dome okay? 2 straight nights? 2 straight... The view at the top of the stream? We don't usually do that, guys. We only watch The View when there's political people on The View that we might want to watch. Oh my God, we watched Jasmine Crockett last night, and then we watched MTG today. Oof. MTG... I think MTG has lost me, and that sucks to say. I think so. I think so. Wokeopotamus says last night was the best dome ever. Ballyho Wokeopotamus, yeah. Rob says the moo. The View is the moo. Zero says, not me, waiting to see what plays out. Florida Pat says, can we maybe watch a puppy or kitty video? Better vibes. I know that came from Mr. Pats. UFO Johnny says, MTG. David Sears says, voted for the debt ceiling. Welcome aboard, Mr. Rotella on MTG. MTG lost me as well, especially talking shit on The View, says Comic Crusher. Yeah, I mean... we were so all in on MTG for years. I mean, right, Ron Cargo? Damn. Shaka says, you got a blue tongue, Mr. Rotella. Maybe methylene blue straight now. Well, we did start with, we always start with methylene blue at the top of the stream. That's how you know that you can trust people. Do they have the methylene blue tongue? I do. All right, what are we going to do next? We're going to take a musical break. A little bit of a slower song, but it is my birthday, and this is one of my favorite songs ever. So we're going to do this song for our first musical break, and then we're going all the way to Las Vegas, Nevada. We're watching some technology things. Not only do we pay attention to politics, my friends, but we're not a political stream. We're a world stream, right? There's got to be a better word for what this stream actually is. I don't know. We are a world stream, not just a political stream. So we're going to go check out some technology things really quick for the next segment. We got NVIDIA announcing what they're bringing out. We got a new robot that Hyundai just introduced. And then we're walking the floor of CES in Las Vegas. I have no idea what it stands for, but this is like the big technology conference that happens every year in Las Vegas. And then after that, we got Stephen Miller, and we're back into politics, and we got today's White House press conference. We'll be right back after one of my favorite songs ever. We'll be right back.